it's Emma and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I'm going to be filming a autumn makeup look tutorial. So as you guys know, it's going into November and I'm really excited because obviously in November it's my birthday and then straight after that it's Christmas. So this is my favourite time of the year. Obviously Christmas is my favourite, I love it. So I thought I'd do an autumnal look for you. And as you guys know, I love doing makeup videos because I just love putting makeup on and experimenting. So obviously, before I start this video, I just want to let you know that I'm obviously not the best at makeup. I just try it out for fun. And also, if I look over here, there is actually a mirror right there that I've put there so that I can see what I'm doing. So if I'm looking over there, sorry, I need to see what I'm doing. The first thing I'm going to start with is my brows, and then I'm going to do my eyeshadow, because usually if I do my eyeshadow after I've done my base, the eyeshadow pigment falls onto my base and then you end up with a horrible mess. So I'm going to do those two bits first. So what I use for my brows, I've actually got a lot of comments on Instagram asking what I use for my brows, and I use the Winky Lux Unibrow Universal Brow Pencil. So it looks like this, and this was actually my mum's old one, but I decided to use it because she doesn't use it anymore. And it's really nice because the colour is like perfect, and also it has obviously the brow pencil. I need to get a new one because it's almost run out. And then it also has the brush, so that's really nice, so you don't have to take a brush and a brow pencil if you're like traveling. And then also I'm going to be carving the brows with some concealer, and I'm using the Maybelline Fit Me New York concealer, and this is the shade 10. Like, this is the one that actually matches my skin tone. So obviously for the brows you want it to be a bit lighter. So I also take this Fit Me foundation, but it's just really light, so I mix these two together to get like a really nice like colour to go underneath the brows. So I'm first going to start by taking this, and I will have to go up close with the mirror because obviously I really don't want to mess up the brows because that's the main part. And with my brows it's very hit and miss. Like one day I can get them right and then the next day like they're a catastrophe, and then I just end up not doing any makeup because it stresses me out. So I'm just going to start by brushing my brows, and I've already done my skincare, so my brows have got like a little bit of the skincare on, so they're like, do you know when they get like kind of wet? So I'm just going to brush them through. And guys, sorry if you can hear the birds, they're like really lively today. So I'll take the brow pencil and I'll just start filling in the ends. So I'll kind of like make the shape of like going at the top and like all the way to the tip. And sometimes I do add a bit more because if you can see, my brows do end quite like short. So I like them to be a little bit longer, so I might add a bit more. That's what I usually do. And then I'll also add under the bottom, and I'll just make the main shape first. So guys, now I've kind of filled the end in, I'm going to just like draw a line under it, if you know what I mean, and then at the top as well, and I'll kind of just fill it in, but I won't like fill in the front because I want it to fade in. As you can see, I've done the main part where I filled it in and faded it. So as you can see, as I've brushed it up, so like make sure it's faded properly, I've got product like all around my brow, so it looks crazy. So what I'll go in with a Q-tip, and I don't actually use these on my ears like I've said many times before. I either use them for my brows and then I also use them for the fish tank to get in the filter. That sounds really weird, but I need to get in there. So I'll just take any micellar water that I have and I'll just like wet the Q-tip, and then what I'll do is I will just take it and then go under the brow and get rid of all the product. Even though I'm going to do that with the concealer, I'm not going to get rid of it all. I'm just going to get rid of the main part, so like really stand out, because sometimes it does shine through the concealer still. As you can see, there's quite a difference. On camera it does look a little bit darker than it does in real life, which I mean is fine. Just to let you know, it is a little bit lighter than it does look. But now I've done that, I will do the exact same on the other side. So just repeat that pattern and you should get the same. Obviously the brows are not twins, they are definitely sisters. You can never get a brow the same. If you can, then you're just a genius, because it's so hard to get them to look the exact same, especially because my brows are like different shape as well, to be honest. So I'll just do the other side and I'll be back to carve them. I'm back, and oh my god, on camera my brows look so dark, and in real life they look so light. It's so weird. So if I go in, they look okay, but when I come out, they look so dark. So sorry about that. So then I'll take this brush. So this is the Naked Cherry brush, and on this end, I always use it to carve out my brows. Some people like to use a more of a flatter kind of brush, I guess you'd call it. And if you guys don't know what carving is, it basically just gives it a more of like a straighter kind of like edge, I guess. Or just makes it look a little bit more neat. Okay. As you can see, now it looks like that. I'm going to take this damp beauty blender, and I'm just going to blend out the concealer. So I will just blend that out, and also by doing this with your brows, it also gives you a base for your eyeshadow. Some people like to use like a primer, like an eyeshadow base, but I just prefer to use concealer just because it like works the same, if you know what I mean. So this is what they look like. When I go closer into the camera, they do look a lot lighter. So yeah, I really like how my brows turned out. As you can tell, they definitely don't look the same, but we're gonna ignore that because, to be honest, it doesn't matter. You can literally do whatever you want, and as long as it makes you feel good, that's all that matters really. So now I'm gonna move on to the eyeshadow, and I think I have now a clue of what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do a very, very natural look, because obviously if it's just for autumn and you're just gonna go like Halloween shopping, or you might go a little bit of a Christmas shop, I think you want to go a little bit more natural. You can do really whatever you want, to be honest. I just prefer to go a little bit more natural for autumn. So I'm going to be obviously using like orangey brownies and a little bit of a shimmer kind of look. I know that I use these palettes literally every time I do eyeshadow, but I just love it so much. So you guys know this palette. I'm surprised it hasn't hit Pam yet, because every time I do eyeshadow I use these two palettes. Okay, so I've got the Revolution Makeup London palette. This is the brownie kind of colours, and there's also some shimmers in there. As you guys know, this is one of my favourite palettes. It's very simple, and it was also not expensive either, which I love. You can just get it at like Superdrug, I think. And I'm just going to take this Ted Baker brush, and I'm just going to dip in to this shade over here. These ones don't have names, so I'm just going to go with this one here. It's like a light kind of caramel colour, and I'm really scared because I've got a rug below me, like a white one, so if I tap it, it's going to be a disaster. Okay, so I'm just going to put it all over the lid, this colour. And obviously this will stick a lot nicer if you have some, like a base underneath. So I recommend putting on a base, because sometimes the colours can't be that vibrant. So guys, I also, whilst I'm doing this, I just want to ask you guys. So on my Instagram, I did put up a post, I think it was the other day, and I actually asked you guys, when should I start doing Christmas videos? And like all of you guys said, start doing them now. So I am working on, like, I am thinking of what Christmas videos to do, because obviously Christmas is my favourite time of year. And I think for Vlogmas, I'm definitely going to do it, but I'm going to do it how I did last year. So it's not really like Vlogmas, but it's like I filmed in between 4 days. So on the 1st till the 4th of December, I filmed in between those days. Like every day I filmed a little bit, and then I put it all together, and then on like the 4th or the 5th I put out the video, and then I did that again. So you get a video like every 4 or 5 days with like 4 days of filming in it. So it's a lot less stress for me and my mum, because obviously putting out a video every day, especially when you want to enjoy your Christmas as well, when you're working like every single day, it is quite hard. And I get why some people aren't doing it this year and all of that, because it is quite hard and you don't know that until you start doing it. But I think I'm going to do it how I did last year. So I definitely am actually going to do it how I did last year, because I did enjoy it last year, whereas the other year it was fun, yet it was really hard to keep up with it every single day, if you know what I mean. And especially when you're like me and you have school, it's really hard, because obviously my mum's got work as well, so there's only a certain time that we can put out the video. So I feel like doing it every 4 days with 4 days of filming is really good. But yeah, I hope you guys are gonna like that, because last year you enjoyed that, and I definitely want to make sure this house is fully decked out this Christmas, and so does my mum want to do the same as well. So my room is going to be Christmas, Christmas, Christmas. I've already looked on like every website thinking of what Christmas things to do. So yeah, it's coming, and I'm just thinking of some video ideas. So if you can, like, comment on my Instagram, I'll probably put out a post asking what videos you want me to film for Christmas. So yeah, just give me any ideas that you have, even if it's just like a little video, just tell me, because then I can like film it for you guys. So yeah, that would be helpful. So yeah, I'm really excited to start doing Christmas, obviously, because I've been waiting for it since last Christmas when it stopped. I feel like that's the worst. On Christmas Day when it's nighttime, you're just like, oh, that's over now. And then you have to get rid of your Christmas decorations. It's like the saddest, isn't it, when you have to put down your Christmas decorations. Anyhow, without rambling on any further, I'm going to go in with this kind of shade. Actually, yeah. Okay, so I'm going to go in with this kind of burnt orangey shade. And I'm just going to put that on the outer corner. I don't know, it's like here. I still don't know where it is. Every time I do eyeshadow, I'm like asking my mum where it is. She's not here right now, she's downstairs. So guys, I finished that part of my eyeshadow. I think it looks really nice and natural. I think if you do any darker, it won't look very natural. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put a little bit of concealer on the inner corner, and I'm going to pack on some shimmer. So I'm going to take this brush here. So I don't remember where I got this from. I found it in my room the other day from like when I was younger. It's one of those like cheap flimsy makeup brushes, but they work really well for cutting the crease. I actually nearly knocked down my tower that I made. Okay, so I'm just going to take some of that concealer that I used for under my eye. But I'm just going to take it and I'm just going to bring it in probably almost halfway, if you know what I mean. You can really cover the whole eye if you want to. I think just doing a little bit of the eye gives enough room so you can see the actual eyeshadow. So I'm going to go in with my Misguided palette, and I'm going to take the colour Magical, which is right here. I love this palette. It's very autumnal, if you can see. I got it actually for like my 11th birthday, and I still love it to this day. So yeah, I'm just going to take that colour with my finger, and I'm just going to pack it on. Again, I'm going to look in the mirror because, you know, I'll just pat it on where I've put the concealer. You can use a brush if you want, but again, it just works better with your finger. As you can see, it looks very pretty, and I will do that on the exact same eye, and I'll be back. So guys, I've done it on the other eye now, and sorry if I keep saying on the exact same eye. Sorry, I keep saying that and I realise I'm saying it, but I mean on the other eye, if you know what I mean. The exact same on the other eye. There you go. Okay, so now I've done that. As you can see, you can definitely see where the concealer ends and it goes straight into the other eyeshadow. So now I'm going to blend it. So I'm going to take the brush that I used, and I'm going to take the really light brown again, and I'm just going to blend it in to each other. So I've officially done the eyeshadow in the brows, and I'm really happy with how it turns out. I always do this if I'm like going out and I want a bit of eyeshadow. I think it looks really nice and natural, especially for autumn. It looks amazing. So guys, for the base, I'm going to not use the foundation. I'm just going to use the Fit Me Maybelline concealer again, but for the base this time. So I will just put it under my eyes, like so. On my chin, on my nose, because I got a few spots. Okay, so after I put it on my nose, I'm going to put it on my cheeks and on my forehead. So I do use quite a lot. I use it as like a foundation, but obviously it's a concealer. So now I'm going to take my beauty blender and I'm going to blend it all out. So guys, this is going to take a while, so I'll be back once I've blended it all out. I've blended out all of the concealer with my beauty blender, and now I'm going to add some powder. So I would usually go in with the Fit Me Maybelline white powder, and I would use that as kind of like a setting powder, but I actually ran out of that and I went Superdrug literally 2 days ago and I forgot to get it. So unfortunately I don't have that, so I'll just have to go in with a powder. So I was going to use, where is it? Where the heck is it going? So I was going to use the Maybelline powder, but it is quite dark, so I'm just going to go in with this. You guys know this, I use this all the time. It's just a CS Moy, I don't know how to say it, it's like French or something. But it's a powder, and yeah, it's like a nice shade. So I'm just going to go in with this. So I'll just like pat this into my skin. Like so. And it also doesn't just set it, but it also gives you a little bit more of a colour. That's why the other one is a bit dark, because if I haven't like tanned, then it does look a bit weird, if you know what I mean. So I'm just going to put this all over, and I'm going to take my little brush and dab it in, like so, and then put it under my eyes like that. Okay guys, so now I finished with the powder, I'm going to go in with a bronzer. So it's actually over here. And guys, do you like my little setup? I think it's so cute. But I'm going to go in with this Tarte palette, and it's like a contour bronzing set. So I'll go in with this one called Angle. And in the other video, in my morning routine, I actually called it an Angel, but it's an Angle. Okay, don't like hate on me for that, because let's just leave that. Anyhow. I'm going to just take the Angle shade, and I'm just going to obviously put it there and blend it. I really like this shade because it kind of gives me like a really nice colour as well. And obviously it's like a bronzy kind of autumn look. Okay guys, so now I've done that, I'm going to go in with a tiny bit of blush. So lately I haven't been into that much blush, because obviously because it's autumn I want a bit more of a bronzy kind of look instead of more of a pinky tone. So I will go in with the blusher palette from Barry M, and I will just take this colour here, but I'll like very lightly tap it, and I'll just put a little bit, so I get a little bit of a bronzy kind of colour. So yeah, I think that gives you like a really nice look instead of like a really strong pink kind of colour, if you know what I mean. So now that I've done that, we're going to go with highlights. And obviously because I've done a shimmery eye, you want to put a lot of highlight on. So I'm going to take the Sleek palette. This is a contour and blush palette, but it's also got a highlight in, so I don't know why it's just a contour and blush. So I'll take the highlighter, and I know people don't like to use these brushes anymore, but I still like to use them. So I will just take that, so it gives me a nice glow. Can you see that? Oh, ooh, shining. Well, I just put like a lot on, but it's all good because we like to be really shiny. So now I've done that, I look very shiny, and it gives, I just think highlighter just finishes off the look, if you know what I mean. And especially for an autumn look, I definitely think shimmers and browns are like the way to go. I just think they look so much prettier. And also guys, how's your half term going? I've just been loving it because I can just sleep in. I think this half term is just a really nice one just to chill out, especially since it's like your first time going back to school in a while after lockdown. So it's just really nice to chillax, you know. Oh, I don't want to go back to school. I don't even know why I'm thinking about that, because I still have like a couple more days left. So yeah, I really like how it's looking. So now what I need to do is finish off with my lashes and then do something with my lips, which I think is going to be very simple. So guys, I finally got my lashes. They were downstairs because I left them there. Bit gross. But these are the Isla London Fluttery Lights. So you can actually get tons of different types in this brand, which is really nice, and this gives you a fluttery wispy look. So guys, these are the ones that I got, but a funny fact is I actually cut the lashes down myself. Like I cut the length down because they were just way too long, and they look like really big obviously for me because they're like adult ones. So I cut them down to my eye size, and then I also cut the lashes down, and now I think they look really good. So let's put them on. So I've got tweezers to apply them just because it's a bit easier, and then I've also got the lash glue. So I'm just going to start. Obviously this is going to be really hard because I need a mirror, so sorry if it isn't like the best angle to help you like see how to put them on, because obviously I need the mirror because obviously I've just started wearing lashes, but I think they look so pretty. So that one goes like that. Okay, so you want to put the glue on, obviously the lash part. You can go watch a video for an exact tutorial on how to put lashes on because obviously I'm not the best. And then I'll just take the tweezers and I'll just grab the lash like so. And then I'll get the mirror. I'll just like blow on them to make the glue a bit tacky. And obviously I've got added eyeshadow on, so I hope I don't mess this up. But yeah, I'm just going to pop them on. So guys, I've got one lash on, and obviously seeing as I've just started wearing lashes, it's like really hard for me to show you exactly how to put them on. So if you want to see how to properly put a lash on, go watch a tutorial because obviously I can't show you like properly. So once I've done that, I know I've got the other bit. I'll curl them in a minute and add some mascara, but let me just put them on the other side and I'll be back. So guys, I've put both the lashes on, and obviously I need to curl them and add a bit of mascara to the under ones. But I'm just going to take my, as you can tell, they just look so much nicer, like just add a bit more. And also it's better because then you don't have to like layer the mascara till it looks clunky, if you know what I mean. So now I just curl them so the normal lashes curl with the fake ones. I'm just going to take some mascara and I'm just going to obviously brush through the lashes. So I'm just going to take this one because this is like doesn't make them like clunky or like give them like chunks in it, if you know what I mean. And then if you put mascara on, it will just make the fake lashes blend in with the real ones. So guys, now I've done the lashes, I'm just going to finish off with my lips. So what I'll do is, as you can see, I've got a bit of the like concealer on my lips. So I'll just take a Q-tip and I'll just wipe off all of that excess. So I'm just going to take one and I'm just going to add some of my micellar water again, and I'm just going to take that layer off. Okay, so also when you do that, your lips just like shine through, which I think is really nice. But I'm not gonna add like any color to my lips. I think they look really nice and natural, especially with the natural makeup look. So I'm just going to add some lip balm. This is just a clear one. And obviously if you want to go a bit more full out, you can add the lashes. You don't have to add the lashes though if you don't want to. I just think it looks a lot nicer with the lashes on. So yeah, now I'm just going to do a little like close-up of what my makeup looks like. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a huge thumbs up, and thank you to all my subscribers. I've recently gone up to 173. Thank you guys so much. I love you so much, and guys, I'll see you on my next video. Bye guys.